after a little bit of a sidetrack and a little side project, if you will. The wall's up. Now we're ready to start putting the cubic mini back into the spot. I had to take it out because we had to do a little refiguring, and both of us were like, shoot, these curtains are just gonna get in the way. What are we gonna do? We don't wanna have a dang old Skoolie fire. Been to too many fires, draperies getting caused and stuff like that. So we're like, okay, if we can get it a safe distance away and have breaks and all sorts of different heat barriers and stuff, we should be pretty good. So we've got the chimney barrier up. We still have to take the protective film off of that just to keep it from getting scratched. We're gonna take that off. We're gonna put a heat shield up here on this side. And then once we get that done, then we can put the cubic back in its spot and then run the chimney or the flue pipe. It's a double-walled flue pipe up through the ceiling, through the 5-inch one up there. Get the ceiling all finished up, and then we'll be done with this project, and then we can move on to another project. The burn went super well. I was really impressed with how much heat it was putting off, and it didn't really blow through wood as quickly as I thought it was going to, so I guess we'll see once we're in a cold climate what it's like in here. So next up, let's start figuring out the heat shield for this side. I'm gonna attach it to this flange right here and then also to the bottom, but that means that we're gonna have to actually cut up one of the heat shields so that it can fit. It's not really designed to hang like that, but you know, we're into fabricating stuff and making things work for our environment. So we're gonna do it. Let's get going, y'all. All right, so typically these heat shields are designed to be mounted on a wall or surface. There's a little bushing that goes on the back, but I want it mounted right here because I don't really want to mount it here on the wall like that. Although we might be able to, but then it makes getting the knob over there a little difficult to get. So instead of mounting this on the wall, I think I want to cut it up, mount it to this flange here, and then also to the bottom piece with some bolts.
Oh, switcheroony, eh?
So sometimes stuff doesn't come to you how it should be, but that's no problem,
More
really.
like how you'd like it to be.
When you're in the custom making business and it comes to you like this, but you need it like this,
It's a little different.
so all I did was I cut off the top edge here. I made a couple marks on where I wanted my bends to be. Cut the top piece off. Cut the right flange off here because I didn't want this particular piece to go against the wall. I wanted it to fit right there. So we're gonna drill a few holes, 3 holes here, bolt it in, and then once we put the cubic mini in place, then we'll bolt the bottom edge to the bottom edge of this flange on this edge here so that it's nice and sturdy. That way it protects the window because you need something like 30 inches of space or 20 inches or something between combustibles, and this screen is kind of plasticky. So we want to reduce that space by having the proper heat barrier, which reduces that space to being 3 inches. So I think it'll be pretty good right like that. And then we've got this heat shield for the chimney. And if we need to, we'll put some tile stuff here, or we could also put this other heat shield up here also.
Sweet.
So
yeah, the Cubic Mini said that if you use this thing, then you can have stuff as close as 3 inches to the Cubic Mini.
But what's crazy about this goes on a wall and it sits off the wall by about 1 inch. So I'm not sure where that 3-inch comes into play when this could be put directly onto a wall.
I think this is the 3 inches between it and the Cubic Mini.
Oh, between it and the Cubic Mini.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there you
Maybe
go.
not though, I'm not sure.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
Looks great.
Cute, huh?
Well done.
Cute. Also, huge shout out to Bob. Rest in peace, brother. But anyway, I went into his box of tricks and I found these cute little bolts with little lock washers and nuts. So we'll go ahead and use those to mount this. Thanks, Bob.
reefer-baroonie on this whole butter box.
Butter box.
So far what I've done is I've glued the inside corners, every single inside corner. We're not sure how old this is, but this came from my grandpa Bob and my grandma Helen.
Thanks, Bob.
More from Bob. So I just like quickly sanded the whole dang old thing. This butter box fits perfect in our pantry. So my next thing to do is just cut a cute little handle for it so that we have a nice little drawer. And then obviously I'm gonna varathane it.
Obviously.
He's got the holes drilled, kids.
Yep, for those side holes.
Sweet.
And then I'll drill the bottom ones once the cubic's in, because the bottom's got to come up to meet the bottom feet of the wood burning stove. And then once that happens, then I'll have it all lined up so that I can just pop 3 holes or 2 holes and they'll be lined up perfectly without having to measure.
You're a mystical unicorn, aren't you?
Thanks, thanks.
There it is.
Nice.
Cute hole. Ah! I love it.
All right, now is time to hang up the cubic mini stove. Oh, such a cute little stove. And put it on its bracket. So the bracket has a notch on the top and right here, and then a hole here. This one's threaded for the bolt, and then this one, there's bolts on the back of the cubic mini that these ones here start already threaded on, and they clip onto that top one, and then there's holes here on the side that 2 more bolts go through and thread into here. So we'll set it on there and then start tightening the bolts. There we go. Nice. This side one's pretty easy because we could just go straight in through the side to attach these. So these ones on the other side are a little bit more difficult because now I've got this shield in place because it's impossible for me to tighten this shield with this in this particular orientation. If it was directly on a wall, then I would have had just both of these side shields off and it would be easy, but this is gonna be just a little bit difficult. So we'll just figure out if this is possible.
Tight quarters.
Finally got the bolts on. And that feels solid. Nice. All right, now we're gonna put the base back on, put the leg on, and all that jazz. You don't even see what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. Didn't give you the front row seat. I took it. There you go. There's the picture of the underbottom of the cubic. I know you all wanted to see what the underbottom looked like. So all of these legs are connected with acorn nuts, which are pretty cute. Cute. Let's see. Next up, we got a gajillion little screws. I need this one. Oh, damn, that salsa smells good.
Yeah.
That salsa smells.
way.
Yeah. Mmm. Mmm. Yo, she did excellent on that salsa. And I do have to say, if you want the recipe, you're going to have to ask for it. Because I don't know if we're going to publish this recipe at all. We might.
Top secret salsa?
Yeah. Salsa. Erin's making salsa, y'all.
I make it real good.
Yeah, making some real good salsa.
I make the salsa that we've been craving.
Yeah.
For a while.
And we destroy it when that happens. All right, let's do a taste test. What do you think? Oh, damn.
Try to fog up this lens. You have to. Oh, you're going for all the chunks?
Yeah.
Lava.
Mmm. Oh, damn. Oh, that is spicy. How many jalapenos did you use?
2 penos with seeds.
Only 2 pinos on that one. That is excellent, y'all. This is half a stock pot. Yeah. That's going to reduce for a little while, and then we'll be able to put it in jars. Actually, we'll probably put it in a bowl and eat it.
Well, yeah, we're going to put it in a bowl and eat it. We may vacuum seal some of it and put it in the freezer, just because I followed my own recipe, so it's not a canning recipe. So we can't really water bath it. We could pressure can it if we had the outdoor stove.
Yeah, we don't have the outdoor stove yet.
We need a lot of BTUs, and the pressure canner doesn't work on the induction cooktop. So.
No, it does not.
And it would be better to do this outside, like it's hot, and this is hot, so.
Question for you, would you like the recipe for this? Drop a comment in the video description and let us know, and we might release that to you. We might. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just let us know though.
Yep.
Yeah. Something about this little stove. It's cute and little and all, but the screws are freaking small. It's like, oh, let's use some watch screws or some shit. Like, is Cubic not know full-grown humans are going to be installing this thing? So these screws here, this bottom piece is like the hearth essentially. It's not, it doesn't hold the weight of the Cubic at all. It's literally just the hearth, which is quite nice. These 2 back screws thread directly into the piece that's on the back side. And then these front ones here, let's see. This is held up by these little screws here that go through the feet of the Mini. So it goes through the feet right here, and then through the bottom, and then there's a washer and a nut that goes on the bottom. I'm showing you the bottom position because that's cool. So I got a washer and a nut. And go.
I'm just eating chips.
I don't blame you.
I was feeling ravenous, sounds like. I'm gonna go eat something like now.
Let's see. That's not the right size. Which one of these? Is that the one? There we go. That guy's on.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know. They did a good job with the cuteness factor. That's for sure. My gosh. Instead of Cubic Mini, it should be called Cutie Mini.
Cutie Mini.
Cutie Mini wood stove. All right, the feet of the Cubic are now all in place with the little screws and nuts on the bottom. There's 4 of them. I don't know, it's getting hard to focus. It's getting dark out. There we go. There's 2 more back there. Now we need to secure this side to this piece here. So we're going to clamp this together, and that's the piece that I added. So let's give you a front row seat like normal, right up in my way, which makes things more challenging and difficult, but I'd hate for you to miss it. All right, so I'm gonna clamp the 2 pieces together, there. And then I need a back block, so I've got something to drill against. So I'll put this guy here, clamp that, and now we'll drill its hole into the block through the 2 pieces of metal. Maybe we'll try to get the next hole a little higher. That one is a little bit low, but I'm limited on room, so it is what it is. There's that. There we go. All right, so this piece here, I need to push it up through this hole and have it cut on the bottom. I need to cut the bottom edge a certain amount so that it could mate with this piece here. I've got to figure out how much needs to cut. The way we're going to be doing the chimney is this little 12-inch piece will stay with this piece here. And then this piece here will be able to be removed when we're driving, and then the cap will go on the top. So this little section here is a little bit too long. So we should be able to line all of that up so that it all just fits together properly. So we got to go up on the roof, take the cap off, like the traveling cap, and then slide this through and figure out how much needs to stick out so that it can mate in here properly when we're parked. Yep. All right, so now that this piece is where it needs to be nice and seated, now we can go down below and see how much we need to cut off of this edge. And as you can see, we're gonna need to cut off that much right there. Actually, we need to cut it off right here because this actually is going to seat down to this bead. Whew, that could have been a crazy mistake. There we go. So now that we have it marked, we're gonna take this pipe out and then go to the barn, cut the piece with the jigsaw, then bring it back, take the shielding off, and get it all put together. Almost done.
needle nose rip. Give the needle nose rip. This is called caveman crimping.
Caveman crimp.
My dad would be proud of you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, this is like a...
He'd probably be like, oh yeah, there's a tool for that. I'd be like, yeah, well, we didn't have your truck with us.
No, but if you didn't have that tool, this is how you do it. For sure.
Yeah, it looks the same, right?
Well, it's not pretty, but it'll be okay. Yeah, oh, that's...
That looks a lot. Thing of freaking beauty. All right, let's see if that worked.
Look,
Okay,
came along.
here, let's compare factory crimp,
Factory cramp to
dirty old Garcia's crimp.
dirty old Garcia crimp.
Both crimped.
Can you guess which one's which?
Factory, dirty.
Dirty Garcia. Alright, come on, Garcia. I really feel for Brian. He always does the hard shit.
Let's crimp this a little deeper. I was going kind of light on it, but maybe it wants more of an aggressive crimp.
I think you should go aggressive. This is a wrestling match.
It is. That should be enough room, right?
That's aggressive.
Alright. Let's put the starfish in. There it goes.
Yay!
Crimp it real good. Alright, I'm gonna slide this down through the top now.
Perfect.
Alright, it's gonna come down through there.
She's going upstairs. Oh, look at that. Hold on. Oh no, this should be fun.
That was pretty uneventful. There we go. That one's nice and tight. Cool.
Yeah, babe.
Alright, so now this piece will seat onto here. Like so. And then this piece goes around here. Like that. Perfect. That's looking good there. And so now, if we want to close it up because it's starting to rain, the boot will go right there and we'll be able to secure the boot. Push that down. Perfect. That's gripping perfectly. All right, we are good to go, y'all. I'm gonna store this in that piece there and we'll take all our tools down.
Okie dokie. So, because we shortened the window, that meant we needed to shorten the curtain. So, I've already got the rod shortened. It's ready to rack. Now it's time to shorten the curtain. I don't have a lot of room on the kitchen counter for this. Once we have a coffee table, we should have a little more room for bigger sewing projects, but this is what we get to work with for now, the bed. So, gotta figure out my hems. They're a 1/2 inch. So a 1/2 inch over 1/2 inch. So I need an extra inch on each side. This totally sucks that we have to do this, but it's just part of flowing with the punches, guys. All right, let's go cut this. Okay, so next up, I need to stitch rip this top bit here that holds the rod so that I can get another 1/2 inch. Well, it's really 1 inch in total, but I'll do a 1/2 inch fold and then another 1/2 inch fold to make a nice edge. But if I were to just do it like this, then I would lose our pocket for the rod to go through. So I need to stitch rip this as back as far as possible so that I can make these folds. Sew this edge back down and then re-sew the rod pouches on the top and the bottom. I've ripped quite a bit, but we're still not there because see how this is folding? When I try to do the 1/2 inch fold, it works, and then it doesn't work up here. So we still have a ways to go. So now I've ripped the stitches far enough back on the pockets that I am able to fold this nicely, do a 1/2 inch fold and a 1/2 inch fold, and then I'll pin it the whole way down, and then I can sew it. I found the iron. Thank you, Grandma. I love old stuff. All right, we're gonna do this test on a sample piece here. See if it works. Oh, hell yeah.
Working.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. It's hot as shit. Alright. We're good to go. This is definitely not the fastest way to do it, but I'm new to sewing. Well, I've sewn for many years, but I'm kind of like on and off. I've been on and off with it my whole life, and I can't say that I was ever like, oh, I'm really good at sewing. I've just done some small projects. So I think half the battle is pinning. So if you do a good job pinning and ironing, then your sewing turns out a lot better.
So much better.
That was a sewing joke.
Yeah, I know.
Got dirty little Garcia working on the drawers.
Dirty Garcia, that mud butt.
He's doing such a good job.
There you go. There you have it. Well, you're done.
Yeah! Check this out. Another one!
What do you think of that?
Love it. So good. We're not going to put a drawer in that back area because it would just hit the fridge, and it's pretty much impossible to get it into that spot unless we take the fridge off the mount, right?
Yeah. So something like the dehydrator will live back there because we don't use it that often. But when we do use it, we'll know that it's back there. And we already tested putting it in and out to make sure there's enough clearance, and there is. And then we'll have something like the salad spinner potentially in the front edge, and that actually fills up that entire space. Those two circular, yeah. But we use the salad spinner a lot, so it being here in the front makes the most sense.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta iron. The thing's starting to stink. Starting. It stunk the whole time. I'm kind of going light with this because I don't know if this old iron's going to leave like a rust stain or something. Or if it's going to like melt this blackout material. I don't think it will because the other iron did not, but this thing feels like uncontrollably hot.
You're uncontrollably hot.
Oh my goodness, silly.
You.
Okay, now I'm ready to do one more fold. So now I'm just going to take these pins out real quick and fold it over another 1/2 inch. And then I'll do one more iron and then I can sew my edge nice. I don't know what the technical terms are called. I like to go and just check that everything is all tucked in nice and that the second layer right here, the blackout curtain stuff, isn't popping out, and then I caught it on my first rip, and I did. We will proceed. Boom! Back on track. Cool. Okay, so now I need to put these hems back, or pockets or whatever, back where they were. So I just need to restitch this top line and then do one stitch here. And do that on the bottom pocket as well. This guy. Get that back in working order. Oh yeah!
Well, that'll work nice.
Yeah,
That'll work real nice.
Woohoo!
Alright, cool.
This shelf is going to be designated for sprouts.
Delicious, huh?
Yeah.
And nutritious.
I'll show you the sprouts we got going on right now. We've got some mustard and alfalfa, I think, this time. Yeah, brown mustard and alfalfa. All right, I got the curtain done. I've got the ties back up and equally distanced now for their new location. And I just gotta put the curtain on the shorter rod and put it up. Yeah, I did it. So good. Now that privacy's restored, I gotta get back to verithaning. Beauty. Look at that. These guys are going to go. One of them, little guy, stubby guy, is going on the end of the pantry. And this guy is going on the side of our closet in the hallway. And then we're gonna run laundry lines in between them. So we have indoor laundry. Nice, huh? Sick. Super sick. Woo! Sick or slick? Let's just call him sexy. How about that? Call him there. Sexy.
All right, y'all, we are going to install the, what is this, laundry line holder. So basically, when we do laundry, we're not gonna always have the lines up, but we've got some brackets that we want to be able to mount the laundry going down the hall off to the side a little bit. It's basically just gonna go down the hall. That's what we're gonna do. And we'll be able to run a fan or turn on the diesel heater. So let's check out what we're gonna use. We've got some black iron pipe. We've got 2 of them, 1 for each side. This one's a little bit more low profile, and then this one's a little bit longer. Unfortunately, this has to be moved for the fly swatter. That's all right. We will find a new home for it, and that way we can get the, oh, this unscrews, but then that doesn't. All right, we're gonna have to use some vice grips to get that off. So now that we have this one in place, we're gonna put another one way over there along that spot, right above that green area. All right. It'll be something like that, y'all. It's out of the headspace. Another good handle to hold on to while flying down the road. There's the original circle we had.
That should give enough
Is that
room. Good? I don't think we have any hangers that are bigger than that.
No. And I like how it's tucked in.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't want them hanging off the
No.
edge. Yeah. Cool.
And then if it's there, just to mock up, that's perfect for the other side. You want it a little further over?
Maybe a hair.
Entering the cave of darkness to find some plywood. All right, so here's our flange. We need to go to our plywood stack over here and see what we have that we can use. All right, so this is typically what I do. I come over here and I'm like, okay, what size? I need 4.5 by 15. So that satisfies the 4.5. And that's almost 15 inches. But do we have anything closer? That one's not, that one's not. That one. That is the one right there. So now we'll take it and measure it and cut it. So let's come to our little cutting station. There we go. So this board essentially is just reinforcing the top edge of this wall. I know it doesn't go all the way across, but it adds more rigidity right here. And the clothes hanger, like the rod, is going to be black iron pipe also. This is 3/4 inch. And so it'll fit hangers real nice. Here's an example of the black iron pipe over here. And how that looks on the clothes hangers. Pretty nice, huh? So that'll work real good. Super strong. This one here is 1/2 inch because that's what we had and that works great for hanging the clothesline. So I've got the option of doing through bolts on this side also. Originally I just did screws because I just needed a quick way to fasten this, and we'll see how that goes. If we want to do through bolts on that, I've got more of these and more nuts, so we'll be able to do that. But that's what that looks like. So now we'll be able to hang clothesline all the way across.
Yay, clothesline!
Yay, clothesline!
Clothesline! Hey, check out that salsa.
Oh, Erin's been, look at this. Oh, damn. Look at that. Looks tasty, huh? That's got to reduce for a little while, and then it'll be like perfect salsa, right? It smells really good in here.
It.
Oh yeah, that's what spin cycle looks like on high, y'all. Look at that. That laundry is spinning. Got 8 minutes left on it. Doing the speed wash.
See that? Laundry is in operation, kids. Full swing. We still need to cut these. We just wanted to kind of see how it worked. So it'll be better. There won't be lines overlapping or whatever. But we're really happy to do laundry.
Oh yeah.
When you run out of underoos, you know, that's when you know it's time. Like, you can't turn them inside out that many times.
You got that right. What's cool about having the laundry lines down the hall also is that we could take the lines down, we could put them up as needed, we could put up as many as we want, either 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, 4 lines, however many. And if it's hot outside, well, the laundry will just evaporate all the moisture, and then we can use the exhaust fan to pull the moisture out of the room. Or if it's cold outside, we could turn on the diesel heater, which is down in the hall, and it'll blow hot air over the laundry, drying it super quick.
Which is the case right now because we woke up. What are we at? What's the date?
It was July 22nd.
It is July 22nd, and we woke up and it was 17 degrees Celsius, people. It's cold. It was cold.
Right now it's 25 inside here.
25 inside. We turned the heat on because we were like, let's get this laundry dry. So we can do more laundry. I think that we're gonna reach at least the 5 loader. Probably 5 loads.